Hello, I'm Bruce Eddy, Executive Director of the Community Mental Health Fund. I'm here with Teresa Reyes Cummings, Deputy Director, to provide an introduction to the implementation phase of our value-based payment system. This will be a brief overview that describes where we've come, where we are today, and where we are going. Detailed instructions will be provided by your liaisons, Susan Jones and Rochelle DePriest, plus our consultants, Tomas Moran and Johanna Furman from Integris Health Group. Next slide, please. We're excited about moving to the implementation phase of our value-based payment system. We have been working hard on this since 2016. We started on this path because we wanted to focus taxpayer investment on access and quality. Rather than looking only at the financial aspects of our role, we see this as a great opportunity to fulfill our missions and values. Next slide, please. Many of you have seen this graphic, but for those of you who have not, it's important to say that fee-for-service payment is not going away. This continues to be the foundation of payment and performance. The VBP process doesn't risk fee-for-service reimbursement. Over the past 3 years, we have been building infrastructure of our organization and our agency partners to reliably measure performance, set measurable performance goals, and report in. We provided incentives for this development and see a continued, albeit smaller, role for supporting agencies' capacity to collect data and report timely. The big change is that growth in our financial support is going to be focused on performance in some key areas. At this point, most people know that we're talking about goals and key performance indicators, or KPIs. Through many months of training, almost all of our agency partners have been developing goals and key performance indicators in one or more areas. Next slide, please. The Community Mental Health Fund's overarching goal is to make a measurable difference in the access to care of Jackson County. Additional areas of performance, which we call domain areas, include clinical or functional outcomes, participant experience, the experience of staff and retention versus turnover. It's important to know that we intend to add additional areas of performance, and the next step will be to design with our agency partners the ability to add incentives in the area of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Overall, the purpose of this approach is to give mental health agencies the ability to make choices that fit their mission and to use the data that they collect. Furthermore, agencies participating in this process can define their performance indicators broadly, such as at the program level, or more narrowly in ways that are specific for just one kind of service. Next slide, please.
The performance model approved by the Board of Trustees includes 3 components. First is the goals. These are the desired results your agency or programs are planning to achieve. Next, you have the KPIs, the key performance indicators. These are the variables used to measure your performance toward your stated goals. And then we have tasks. Tasks are the actions that will earn the incentive points toward your performance payment in 2024. Next slide, please. This graphic depicts the task scoring model. Task will be assigned a level of complexity from beginner to advanced and a level of difficulty from easy to hard. Agencies will have the opportunity to work at the level that works best for them. The Community Health Fund liaisons will be working with agencies to clarify all goals, KPIs, and reporting of the tasks during this process. Tasks are given the appropriate points based on the level of complexity and difficulty. At the end of March 2024, all points earned will be put into a value-based payment formula to calculate the 2023 performance payments. Next slide. The payment calculations. The board adopted a graduated percentage model based on the amount of funds available for performance payments. In the 2023 budget, this is $1.5 million that will be distributed to agencies in 2024 based on their performance scores. In order to ensure equity in this process, agencies with smaller contracts are eligible for a higher percentage. Agencies with larger contracts are eligible for a smaller but still significant percentage. The percentages will range between 4 and 26%. In this example, you can see one agency in the orange has a smaller budget or contract, but the line depicts the percentage by which they can earn a performance payment. The second orange line, the agency, which is Swope, has a larger contract, but the percentage that they can earn is smaller. As you can see, it's still significant for both agencies. Next slide, please. An incentive for participation in the VBP process is that the performance payments are over and above your base fee-for-service contracts. The financial resources in the performance payment are more flexible and can be used to reinvest and/or support other needs of your mental health programming. For example, agencies have paid for staff training, staff retention bonuses, and have used resources to address social determinant needs of their clients. The only restriction are the statutory mandates, which include money to be spent on Jackson County residents and programs and excludes any capital expenditures. In 2022, we paid more than $900,000 to agencies in performance payments. The VBP process is a model that is new and progressive in behavioral health care systems. The Community Mental Health Fund is committed to the successful implementation of this payment model and feels that it will help to demonstrate improvement in behavioral health care services in our agency network. Staff will also continue to receive training and offer consultation to the agencies during this process. Next slide.
Throughout this process, we've been learning together how to better utilize the information we collect. While data is important, real gains are made only when we use the information to make ongoing improvements. It's exciting to have everyone working together to use the data in a system that benefits our participants, agencies, and the community. Most exciting is experiencing how this process is providing mental health organizations with new strategies to better carry out their missions and effectively engage service populations. Next slide, please. This is a general introduction announcing the VBP rollout. More specific information is going to be provided by your liaisons with support from our consultants at the Integris Health Group. The goals and key performance indicators you've been working on are about to be formalized. We're already hearing that our agency partners are ready to engage on this step. But it's important to say here that assistance is always available from our staff, and we're delighted to work with you on any questions. The next step is to establish at least one goal and KPI that will be the basis for scoring and payment. The first report is July 31st, and we will be working with you on reporting information quarterly thereafter. Then, as we do now, performance payments will be made in the first quarter of 2024. Next slide, please. I want to conclude by offering my sincere thanks and gratitude for some amazing work on the part of our Board of Trustees, mental health agency, and our talented and energetic staff. We are excited to be moving into implementation of our value-based payment system. The next step will be for you to hear from your program liaisons. Thank you for your incredible work on behalf of the mental health community of Jackson County.